Hello and welcome to PC Pleasant Times Linux. On my life, first 2 seconds of the video and I'll get it wrong. So anyway, what I am doing here is booting up Windows. As you can see, it is a perfectly functioning version of Windows. Okay, as you can see, everything seems to be working. It's a fresh install, literally nothing else installed. I installed it earlier on today. But today is about dual booting, and the reason why I installed it earlier today is because I took it off Windows 10 I removed after I'd done the last video. So anyway, without further ado, let's choose a disk. Okay, it's telling me that's inserted, that's cool, so let's reboot. And we'll start off with how to install alongside Windows my way. So, we have a functioning Windows install, we know it's working. And we'll boot into the live CD, not into the install, and I will show you why in a minute. This is just the way I like to do things. So she's happily booting, I hope. Okay, keyboard, UK please. Okay, I'm in Lightfleet. I don't have guested editions installed in either the Windows or Linux, so I couldn't be bothered. So, before I click the install, I want to go to gparted. So that's the configuration alley. It is indeed. Okay, we have here div SDA2. So I need to click on that and I need to resize it. We'll leave the 500 meg. So we'll resize it to, well, I'm going to need roughly about 8 gig of RAM. So that should be enough, don't you think? That's about 13 gig will give. Resize or move. We'll apply that. Are you sure? Yep. So we're just resizing SDA2 there. I'm shrinking it from 59.43 to 46. Which will leave us about 12 gig. Not 12, nearly 13 gig. Which should be enough to install PCLinuxOS, I would hope. So we'll close that. And we'll close that. And we'll start the installer off. The reason why I'm using gparted, I could use the tool in this as well. But I use gparted to resize the drive, so you could see how easy it is to resize a partition. Okay, it says use the free space, which I will do. And I will click next. Alright, it's computing total size. And it says not enough space where 66 needed. Okay, so I've actually done something wrong there, or the machine has. Yes, it's tried to split it into 3 partitions as it does. There's obviously not enough space there. So what we'll do is we'll delete that, and we'll delete the swap, and we'll resize that. Boom. And we'll give it the full Monty there. Okay, which is what I should have done in the first place, thinking about it, but that's fine. Done. Partition's overloaded into disk. Okay, we'll click done again. Complain about lack of swap, and I don't really care. Okay, next to format the drive, and we will install. Now that is partly my fault and partly the installer's fault as to why that didn't go as to plan. But as you can see, the installer didn't crash or do anything like that. It just brought up the end and said, hey listen, you want to sort this out? And it takes you back to the partitioning screen so you can. No, I did it my own way, and that's fine. So the easiest way around that is to manually partition, and when it goes like use free space, click on the free space and you can format it as anything you want. Any Linux file system within reason. But it's going to be using ext4, and this is installing quite quickly. We're nearly at 50%, 40% I should imagine. Imagine the to your computer there is the 50% mark. Give or take a few percentage points, of course. So we're roughly halfway. And it's quite, I could have used a mini ISO for this, but no, I decided to use the bigger one. But there you go. Okay. While I'm waiting for that. I could be looking at news or whatever, but alright, I'm just going to let it carry on to show that, oh excuse me, no cheating going on. So there'll be no editing as such. I say as such because if it does go for too long I will pause it until it's done something more constructive. So we're about 80% through I should imagine. Okay, we're at the please wait screen. Boot setup time. Okay, for this I will just make it a bit quicker boot time unless I press a button. Click next. The next part's obviously the important bit, and reason for that is because I've got a probe for other OSs. As you can see I've got quite a splash audit there, probe for an OS. I'm going to leave that there and click finish. So the bootloader is in progress now, and it should find the Windows install and bring me that. And there was something else as well I've been doing this video thinking about it if, and I do mean if I remember. So just waiting for this to install the bootloader, and it is finished. Okay, so what we'll do now is a reboot, and everybody seems to shut this down and take out the last video, but as you'll find out, it's not there anymore. Once it says remove, what happens is in the installer, or at the end of the install, there is an eject device script right here. So I can just press install, press enter, and it will automatically reboot. So okay, we'll go back to Windows 10. And I want to test something out on PCLinuxOS that somebody asked me to test out. So I am booting into Windows now, just to make sure it's all above board and it didn't survive the reboot and the resize. And it has. Okay. And I can log in. And as you can see, it's all working perfectly. No harm has come to the machine whatsoever. It has not complained, and it certainly didn't run a chest disk. But it did say to run one, so for those people who do have to dual boot, we need command, so it's just cmd. Chest disk. Hello. CHKDSKLE. Okay, access denied, you don't have sufficient privileges, this may be locked, blah blah. Okay. So it's not going to let me check the disk, which is unfortunate because it is mounted, I guess, and it's to stop it from getting in the which is fine. Does it accept a reboot command? No, it does not, of course not. It's a crippled operating system after all, so we'll just restart it. I could have been cool and just like powered it off and boot Linux up, but no, I'm going to be kind to it today. Okay, we'll boot into the first boot of Linux. Okay, so that's going to be for my time zone. Skip all the way down here to GB for me, Great Britain. That'll do. Go next on that, and Ali. Okay, there we go. We're at the login screen here. Alright, I'm in Lightning. So the first thing I want to do is install the guest editions, just to make things easier for everybody, I guess. Guest editions installer. I could have done this before, didn't think about it, but still. So install those modules, and we'll make this full screen. Oh, let me make it tiny a minute. Oh, I am. For a second then I didn't think I was recording, but still, all good. Okay, just waiting for the builder modules for kernel 5.3.11, which is the kernel we are on. And it's done, and as you can see, it's resized nicely. Now the thing that a person asks me to do is under PCC, which is the PCLinuxOS control center, and we'll authenticate that. Okay, we got sharing, hardware, but what we want is system, I believe. Import Windows and Documents settings. Okay, this wizard will help you to import Windows document settings to your PCLinuxOS system. All documents sent by copying them from Windows to your home directory or share them between both operating systems. Okay, let's click next. Detecting disks. Import documents recommended. So I'll go next. Import bookmarks. Well, there's no browser bookmarks as far as I know. And use PCLinuxOS background. Congratulations, your migration is now completed. So now, by rights, I should have everything in Windows that I had in my bookmarks here and all that business, if it were the fact that I had anything happening on Windows. But that's what it does. That's what the migration tool does. I could also manage add and remove fonts and import Microsoft fonts. So we'll click on that. Get Windows fonts. And that's that done. So now any fonts that were installed, especially when you have installed Microsoft Office, will be installed on PCLinuxOS. And we can probably, let's have a look. I'm trying to think of what it is. Is it on the desktop there? So I can never remember. Oh, it isn't under that. Is it at all? Because I don't normally. Oh yeah, fonts below was text. We have a few more Windows fonts in there. Not many, but it's found some. And Balti and so on, Gothic. So that's rather cool. Okay. So that's how you dual boot both Windows and Linux on the same machine. Yes, the installer decided to partition in a funny way, which was easily rectified as I showed you. There was no needing to get my hands dirty as such, and everything is just working. Which I'm happy about. Right, that's about it from me, and I will see you all later. Take care, and ciao for now. If you did like this video, yeah, thumb it up. If you didn't, thumb it down. It's all good. And I'll see you soon. Take care and have a wonderful day, evening or morning.